Welcome to the Okanagan Granfondo Penticton's new location. We're here in Skaha Lake Park in South Penticton. I'm Jody Cross and I'm here with Greg Dumanoir, and we want to show you some key points on the course, the new course we have, and the start-finish location.
So we're now on the south end of Penticton, down on Skaha Lake. So if you've been here before, participated in the event, please don't go to the north end because you'll be alone. Come on down this way. At our start time for 6:30, the gun goes off.
Our waves will be lined up all the way along the boardwalk and up Parkview. You will find your wave, your corral, by looking at your bike plate. The letter that is on there will correspond with the flag that you will see along the fencing that's going to run along the boardwalk here.
Once you find your corral, head in a little early, give yourself some time to take some photos with your friends. Again, to be ready for our start time at 6:30.
We have lots of parking right here at the park, on the streets surrounding the event, and also we've rented the parking lots at Princess Margaret High School, so you can park there and just roll over to the start-finish.
Moving on from the start-finish area, let's get out on course and see what's different this year. First point of interest is here in OK Falls.
We're here in OK Falls. We just descended down from McLean Creek, and we'll be coming up to an intersection where the Granfondo, Velocifondo, Mediofondo will be taking a left-hand turn onto Highway 97, and all the quarterfondos will be taking a right-hand turn heading to their first aid station before they head back to the finish line.
Again, a pretty quick descent, and this is the first real intersection where we need to pay attention to the change in the course. Again, we'll have lots of signs, we'll have a traffic controlled intersection, and we'll get directions on which way to go depending on the length of the course that you're in. So another change for this year is we're no longer making a left-hand turn onto Tuckle New Road. Everybody's going to continue to go straight on Highway 97.
This is also the same intersection where the Velocifondo at 70 kilometers will be coming out of Tuckle New Road and turning left to head to the Seacrest Aid Station and up to the Fairview Golf Course climb.
Okay, so we're here at our first aid station at the bottom of Seacrest. This is a new one for the Granfondo, Velocifondo, and Mediofondo. You can stop here to fuel up with our nutrition sponsor F2C, and if you're doing the Velocifondo, you'll be coming by this aid station twice.
If you're doing the Mediofondo, we highly recommend that you pull off here, fuel up, because it's quite a bit of a distance up to the next aid station at the Observatory.
Okay, so after you come through the town of Oliver, the Mediofondo will take a right-hand turn and head to the Observatory. The Velocifondo riders will head straight for their lap around Tuckle New Road. On their second time past here, they will take a right-hand turn also up Road 5. All Granfondo riders, you will be heading straight towards RTOR Pass. Okay, so here we are at Road 22. This is where the Velocifondo will be taking a left-hand turn, and the Granfondo will continue to head straight on 97. If you're in the Velocifondo, be aware there is some cattle guards on this road. We will have them covered.
Just a reminder that we will have some traffic control at the intersection. So pick the appropriate lane, left lane if you're making the turn, and right lane if you're continuing straight on.
Okay, we just came out of Aoyus. You take a right-hand turn there for the Granfondo riders and head up RTOR Pass climb. It's about 7K. The aid station's at about 2 kilometers. Just past this, we have our timing mat for all of those that want to compete in the KOM and QOM competition.
Yeah, you're about halfway through the course now, around 60K, just over 60K. It's probably a good time to pull into the aid station, refuel, rehydrate, and get ready for that big push up the hill.
You're not halfway. The course is 155K, we're at 60.
Ah, shit.
All of our aid stations will be supplied with F2C nutrition by our sponsor, and highly recommended to fuel up with them for the whole course. So after you climb up RTOR and go over Crow's Nest Pass, you're going to come through these rollers heading into Coston and Karameas. We're asking everybody to please stay on the right-hand side. Do not cross the center line on this section. We will have a reduced speed for cars through this area to keep everybody safe.
There will be a water-only aid station at 85 kilometers, followed by a full aid station at about 97.5 kilometers. You'll be turning right at Karameas onto Highway 3A, where you'll gradually work your way into the last big climb towards Twin Lakes Golf Course.
So we've gotten ourselves onto a calmer stretch of road. just to go over a few of our safety considerations. First off, everyone who's riding, got to be wearing a helmet. We're also on open roads, so there will be traffic. And while Jody and I are riding side by side right now, we'd prefer it if you were in a single file line as much of the time as possible. So only move out to the left if you're gonna pass.
So a couple other things we'd like participants to abide by is please don't litter on any of the course. Keep your stuff in your pockets and you can dump it at the aid stations.
Make sure your bike is working.
Make sure your bike is checked before you show up to the ride. Also, don't forget to put on your sunscreen. We tend to usually have a very hot day in July.
We'd also ask that you pay attention to all our volunteers out on course marshals, RCMP, traffic control company, as they're trying to get you back to the finish line as quickly and as safely as possible. If you do have a mechanical while you're out on the road, we will have some mechanical support and sag wagons following if you do run into some trouble. As I'm running into some trouble right now.
We'll also have some medical team out on course. Every aid station will have a nurse available if you need any help for heat exhaustion or anything else.
Jody, why did we pick the climb to do all of this conversation?
We're at the corner of White Lake and Willowbrook Road. This is another area that we ask riders to be cautious. We'll be merging the Granfondo, Veloci Fondo, and Medio Fondo riders. The Granfondo will be coming down and the Veloci Medio will be merging in with them. So please be cautious. Right after this corner, you'll get to the next aid station at the Observatory.
So the descent down White Lake Road is pretty quick and undulating with a few blind corners. So we just ask that you pay attention as you come up to them.
So here we are at the finish of all distances. You'll be coming along Skaha Lake Road and the timing mat will be here. After that, you roll to the park where we'll have the festivities, pick up your cold towel, grab a beer, and you can drop your bike in the secure bike lot.
We know you'll all be sprinting to get the fastest time possible. Once you cross the finish line mat here, we want you to ease up. We've got a hard right turn into the finishing area. Just be aware of that as you come in.
So this is the roll into the festivities down through the boardwalk, and we're looking forward to seeing you all in July.
And for anybody who would like to study the route more in depth, you can find all these maps on the Okanagan Granfondo website by clicking on Register Ride Categories and selecting your distance. Scroll down to the Ride with GPS maps and you can view full version. Once you've clicked that, you can go to settings and change the units from imperial to metric. This and lots of other useful information can be found on the Granfondo website.